first few breaths, let's just settle into sitting. So you can sit, you can lie down. To tune into your breath. And if you find it helpful to take the first few exhales out your mouth, to help move out any excess tension. So the sound and sensation help your mind move away from its busyness into the present moment. And sighing with sound can also release around the neck, jaw, and tongue. And if your nose is clear, when we get into our movement practice, I recommend breathing in and out of nose as much as possible. But you're always welcome to return to that tool, especially when you feel the stress build in certain poses, the tension wanting to move out of the body. Sigh it out. And in your own space, you can scream it out if you need to. Laugh it out. And if you're not sitting, stay with that luscious breath as you come up to your seat. If you're sitting, go ahead, straighten your legs out. You can give them a rub or a shake, little taps. And so those tense, unmoving areas start to circulate. To be able to move out, they have to start moving. And then put your feet on the floor, maybe mats with pretty wide stance. Hands on the ground behind you, or if you want to be down on your elbows or to prop your elbows up on something, you can do that. We won't be on the hands long. Inhale to lift your chest up, and exhale, start to drop the knees to one side. Inhale, center. Exhale to the other side. Little swoosh, swoosh. And as always, this movement can stay tiny and meditative as you feel for getting breath and lubrication into the hip joints. Or it might become a pretty energetic movement, in which case your spine will twist a little bit. Your hips will walk forward. And if your hips move forward, walk your hands forward to keep up with them. Two or three more breaths here. And then we'll settle into a cross-legged seat, if it's available to you, with the right leg in front of left, right ankle crossed in front of left, knees fairly wide. If that's not a great seat, if it's okay for you to straighten left leg and have the right knee open, that works fine too. Hip opener, place your right hand on your right inner thigh. Move your left hand out to the side so you can lean away from it. Inhale, feel for tractioning your right thigh bone out and lift your chest up. Exhale, look over your left shoulder. Run your breath down into the right hip. Exhale, plug your pubic bone down to the floor. Feel the low belly pulse with your breath rhythm. Wake up the wisdom of your low abdominals. And come back to center. Change the cross of your legs, left foot in front, or if you prefer to straighten the right leg out, go ahead, do that. Left hand to your inner thigh. And rather than feeling for jamming that thigh down to the floor, feel as if you could actually move it out in the direction of the knee. So you feel a little unlock at the hip. Inhale, lift your torso out of the unlocked hip. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. Now, how much you turn your head or lean towards the right knee, I'll leave that up to what you're feeling, what you want to explore with your breath. Plug tailbone, pubic bone down. Scoop your low belly in a little bit to help your spine come up straight. Your arms will help too. And if it's available to you, we'll square this off a little bit. Walk your feet forward from cross-legged seat and then walk the feet towards your knees. So now you're crossed higher up the shins. Again, if you need to leave one leg straight, that's fine. Maybe you tuck the left shin underneath the right knee. Neck release. Walk your left fingertips 18 inches out from your left hip. Stay on the fingertips for a moment. Reach right arm to the sky. Inhale to lift the ribs off of the hips, both side ribs. And then exhale, lean down onto the left hand. You can pull on the mat just a little to drag left shoulder blade down off your head and neck. Reach right arm either up or over your ear and open up the right side ribs to your inhale breath. Exhale, plug pubic bone down towards mat and release neck. And releasing the neck can be a process. It might not be let the head suddenly fall. It can gradually start to soften to gravity. Stay with the neck release as you lower right palm towards the earth on your right side. Fingers outstretched so you feel as if there's energy running out of your fingertips. Whatever tension you're targeting in the right side of the neck, breathe into that tension. And exhale, send it off your fingers. Again, play with the angle of your head, neck, and of the right arm to feel just the right spot that responds to gravity, that starts to unwind. If it feels like it's getting tighter, you might need to back out a little bit. Explore, search for that softness. Leave the neck released, pull your belly in and use your hands to pull your spine back to center. If you're okay with touching your face, then left palm to cheek to help your head up. Otherwise, roll chin to chest. Change the cross of your legs. Right shin crossed in front, or maybe you're tucking the right shin under the left knee. Right fingertips out to the side, 18 inches. Stay on the fingertips so you can lift and lengthen through the ribs with your inhale breath. And exhale, right hand down. Elbow drawing in towards your hip as a way to not crunch down, but to lift and lengthen the right side ribs, even as you fold to the right. Imagine your breath starting to open up the spaces between the left ribs. Lower your left hand towards the earth. Search out your neck release shape on this side. Your ear may be over your shoulder, or you may want to turn your chin down. That's fine. And when you find a sweet spot in the left side neck, run your breath into it. And imagine you could drain it out your arm, or maybe you drain it out your mouth, tongue, jaw. Leave your neck released as you come back to straight spine. Right hand can help prop your head up, or roll chin to chest if that's easier. Baddha Konasana, if available to you, soles of the feet come together. So now the knees are wide again. If not, cross-legged seat is fine. We're doing some breath work. Baddha cones, I recommend pressing the bottoms of the feet together, the balls of the feet, the heels, and then spreading the toes away from each other. Lots of energy in the feet. You can sit up high on something if you feel yourself compressing into low back. Come onto your fingertips either right next to your hips, or you can walk the fingers behind your hips and roll your shoulders back, tweeze your elbows back. Take a huge, slow breath in, lifting the front, side, and back ribs off your hips, the middle ribs off the low ribs, and lifting your chest towards your chin, and then hold it. If you're having any health conditions or pregnancies where you can't hold the breath, and just keep breathing deep. Draw the elbows back, tuck the chin down, scoop your low belly up a little bit from the floor, and then relax chin, relax low belly to breathe out. 2 more rounds like that. Slow, full breath in, lifts and lengthens the spine. Heart rises, and then suspend the breath. Shoulders back, elbows back, chin down. Feel as if you're scooping the energy off the earth up the front of your spine. And when it feels to the point of discomfort, let it go. One more like that. Take a full breath in, hold in as long as you please, and then let it go. And you can release the hands. Straighten your legs out again. Again, if they want a little swish or you want to return to some windshield wipes, get some energy moving. And draw the right knee open. Leave the left leg straight-ish. Right knee doesn't have to pull too far back. I want your hips stayed squared to the left as much as possible. Some of you will want to put a little pillow or rolled up blanket underneath your left knee because we're going to bow in that direction. And your hamstrings will start talking, but I don't want them to start screaming. All right, inhale. Just like we did in chest opener before, inhale, lift your chest towards your left toes. And then exhale, bow. Release the jaw, release the neck. Again, inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, soften. 3 or 4 more breaths like that. Little lift and lengthen on the inhale. A softening into the tight sensations on the exhale. And with these opening forward folds, those who practice me know if inhaling means lifting the chin and exhaling means bowing your head. That is forward folding. Just moving the head and neck has a lot to do with what we're feeling in low back and hips. All right, we'll go for a few more breaths with an option to add the right arm. As you inhale and lift up, maybe reach the right arm open. And then exhale, right arm toward your toes. 3 more breaths like that. If you prefer to stay with a smaller meditation or be still in your bow, use the breaths that way. Feel for rooting down with your tailbone, a little lift of low belly. So your low abdominals help the spine come up, so do your hands. Your head follows. Head is used to leading, so that's a lifetime of retraining. Straighten your right leg out. Draw your left knee open. Turn your body towards your right foot, whether you flex the foot, extend the ankle or relax it. I'll leave that up to you. If your feet are in shoes all the time, relaxing the foot might be very valuable. Inhale, lift, lengthen spine. Exhale, bow. Again, just the head may be enough. Continue. As you stay with your breath, you may feel inclined to get still and quiet with the body. Well, then follow that inclination. If you want to instead add the left arm for more movement, inhale, reach the left arm back, open your chest, and exhale, reach for your toes. Up to 3 more breaths like that. Arm can move any way that helps support your lengthening spine without creating any pain in the shoulder. And take just a breath or so to snuggle up against sensation. And reach back through your tail, find your low abdominals, and walk yourself back up, head follows. Straighten your legs out. Hands on the ground by your hips to help you sit up tall. Again, a little bit of a chest opener, shoulders back, heart lifts, flex the feet, inhale. Exhale, extend through the ankles. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point. Once again, inhale, flex. Exhale, extend. And 3 more breaths. Either stay flexed in Dandasana, upward facing staff pose, lift and lengthen spine, tuck chin down. Or if you want to move more towards a forward fold, well, your knees can bend as much as you like. Do what feels yummy to you in the moment. And then release any holding in the throat, Dandasanas, or slowly ease yourself up. Come into a comfortable seat. Let's do some wrist stretches, finger stretches. So whatever's comfortable, waking up the low body a little bit. Arrange yourself so it doesn't fall back asleep. Rub your hands together. Get some topical heat in the palms, the fingers, between the fingers, right up to your very sensitive fingertips. And then we'll start with, let's start with the dominant hand. Whichever hand you use the most will be the one we stretch. Have your arm be comfortable. You know, I feel like propping my elbow. If you want to rest your elbow on something, that can be really nice. You're not hanging in the shoulder joint. Just remember, lots of nerves there, nothing too hard. Let me get a little closer to camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. All right, we'll take the pinky finger of that hand and fold it in. Now see if you can simultaneously, while pinky finger's folded in, split the 4th finger back. And then switch those 2 fingers. Draw the pinky finger back, fold the 4th finger in. Hold the 4th finger down, extend the middle finger back, like your middle finger, 4th finger are doing the splits. And then they switch, middle finger down, 4th finger back. However you can manipulate that without a 3rd hand. Hold the middle finger down, split the index finger back. Take a breath. Exhale, switch the splits. middle finger back. Hold the index finger down, draw your thumb back, inhale. And exhale, index finger back, fold your thumb in towards your pinky finger, squish. Then take all the fingers and pull them back, reach the heel of the hand forward. Inhale, broaden through the collarbones. Exhale, ease the shoulders down the back. Make a fist with that hand, your working hand, your stretching hand. Take your other hand, cup it, and draw it down towards the elbow. The tighter the fist, the more pull you'll feel in the back of the forearm. Please don't work through any burning. You can loosen your fingers. You can stick your thumb inside and see how that feels. And then relax that hand. Other side. Take the pinky finger and fold it into your palm. And then take the fourth finger and draw it back. Take a breath. Exhale, switch the splits. Pinky finger back. Keep the fourth finger down, pull the middle finger back. Take a breath. And exhale, switch. Middle finger down, fourth finger back. And keep the middle finger in, index finger back. Getting our brain involved a little bit, take a breath. Exhale, switch the splits. And index finger swishes down. Stretch your thumb back. You can release the index finger if you want to focus on thumb. It's a joint that has a lot of mobility. And then squeeze thumb into the palm of the hand. Stretch the rest of the fingers back. If you can get the index finger back, cool. And then take your four fingers, besides the thumb. If you can get the thumb in there too, cool. Pull them back, press heel of hand forward, maybe straighten your arm. Finger muscles do come all the way up to elbow. And you might even feel how they're connected into the shoulder, myofascially. Make a fist and take your fist, curl it down towards your elbow. Breathe into any sensations you're feeling through the hand, wrist, forearm. Exhale, soften the shoulders down the back. Drop the bottom teeth. And shake that out. All right, nice and tingly. Let's come down onto our backs. And get comfy. We're going to move our legs in a way that connects us to core. So lying flat on the ground, for some bodies that feels stable. I do suggest maybe having a flat pillow or a folded blanket underneath your head, so the rest of your spine can be neutral. Your ribs are easily on the floor. Take a moment to settle in, hug your knees in. You can circle the knees away from each other and together, or you can circle the knees together and massage back body into the earth. And then we'll finish, or we'll meet with knees over hips, kind of like in a chair, but your feet can dangle down towards your buttock. And then spread your toes, put energy in the feet. Now, some of you will also want to put your hands underneath your seat for extra low back support, or you can put a blanket there too, so you're cradled on both ends of the spine. Or you can relax arms down alongside body. Breathe the back ribs down onto the mat, straighten right leg to the ceiling. Exhale, lower your straight right leg towards earth, maybe 2 inches, maybe 2 feet. Draw your navel to spine. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, bend your knees. Other side, inhale, left leg straight. Exhale, extend the left leg forward. Don't let your low back arch any more than it is. If you want to press it into the mat to protect your back, that's fine. Inhale, lift the leg up. Exhale, bend your knees. Again, inhale, right leg straight. Exhale, lengthen and lower. Again, 2 inches can be plenty. Pull your belly in. That's what I want you to wake up. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, left leg straight. Exhale, extend towards earth. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bend your knees. We'll do that one more time to each side, though. I know there's just some strong abs in here. If you want to do both legs at the same time, go for it. Just don't strain your low back at all. Inhale, right leg, or both legs. Exhale, lengthen lower. Inhale, raise. Exhale, bend your knees. Spread your toes. Inhale, left leg straight. Exhale, lengthen lower. Pull the sides of the waist in. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bend your knees. All right, take a moment to rest, whether that's a mini shavasana or you return to rocking out on your back. Do what feels yummy to you. So do exercises, and then we let the energy move. We can move energy either by moving, rocking it out, shaking it off, or by completely relaxing. Our energy moves best when we're most relaxed. So you can absolutely take moments to rest. All right, next round. Again, you can put hands under buttocks. Start with your knees closer to chest if possible. Over the hips is fine. Take a breath. And exhale, extend the right leg out. Whether it's close to the earth or way up in the air, I'll leave up to you. Make sure low back is not being strained whatsoever. Take a breath. Exhale, switch. Right knee in, left leg out. So we'll pump kind of like a piston on the exhales. Breathe in, exhale, switch. Breathe in, exhale, switch. Breathe in, exhale, switch. Breathe in, exhale, switch. Do that twice more on each side. As you exhale, draw the navel in, not in a way to disappear the belly, but to wake it up. We'll meet in a wide-kneed child's pose on our backs. Knees out towards shoulders, thighs towards ribs, feet in towards each other. And here's another place where you can either just be still, settle, or might feel yummy to rock out a little bit. Back traction. With option for Uddiyana Bandha. Feet on the floor, hips width apart. Lift and spread your toes as you press the balls of the feet down. So there's lots of energy in the feet. You're pressing down, but spreading the toes and lifting them up. Palms press into your thighs close to your hips. And as you press down into the thighs, feel for the traction of your ribcage wanting to scooch up your mat away from your hips. So a little is plenty here. We're aiming at connective tissue. You can stay with normal, deep, slow breathing, or Uddiyana, where we fly the diaphragm up. And we do that by taking a breath in. Don't do this if you have any abdominal conditions like hernias or lunch in there. Blow it out, hold it out. Hold your breath out. Pull your navel towards your spine. Keep it soft. And then feel for pulling the abdominals up into the rib cage. The ribs will flare. Palms press into thighs for traction. holding up to 8 seconds, just as long as it's comfortable. Then relax the belly and repeat that up to 2 more times, breathing in, emptying out, and then suctioning the abdominal contents to lift the diaphragm up, up, up. Literally lifting your heart. The internal organ, heart. And then we'll either take 3 more regular breaths in back traction, or we'll up level our cannonball a little bit, lifting feet off the floor, now like you're in a chair. Knees bent over your hips, feet lifted level as knees, flex your feet, and then press into an imaginary wall in front of you, or you can set your feet on a real wall. Press your palms into the thighs. Same traction with like 20% of your strength. You're pressing hands into thighs, thighs into hands. Take a breath. Exhale, press low back into mat. Pull navel to spine, pull the sides of the waist down, and then take 2 more breaths while you keep the belly in and the waist pulling down. So you'll feel the breath closer to your shoulder blades. Again, 20% strength goes a long way in building this cannonball pressure. And then relax. Hug your knees into your chest. Roll onto your right side in a fetal curve. We'll do a little Vinny yoga into a spinal twist. Take a breath. Actually, inhale. Open left arm up and out to the left, or move any way the arm's comfortable. And then exhale, bring it back across into your spinal twist. Back into your fetal curve. And go back and forth like that up to 3, 4 more times, or stay in spinal twist and receive. All right. And after your last cycle, take your time if you're feeling yummy hanging out in twist. We're not in a hurry. But from fetal curve, you'll transition back onto your back. So from your right side, come onto your back. Take a moment in center, maybe feet on the floor. Let everything settle. And then find your way into your fetal curve on left side. Now, I didn't say it, but with twists, I'm always a fan of propping something underneath the knees or between your 2 legs. You're not feeling a lot of pull around the sacrum, the low back. Then inhale, open into twist. Exhale to close if you're doing the pulse. It's back and forth, not only twisting, bringing out spine, but you may feel how your scalp is getting massaged, rolling back and forth on your head. Your neck can start to release. The chest muscles pumping and stretching. Right. And when this side feels complete, again, take your time if you want to take a moment in your twist. But from your fetal curve, you'll transition onto your back. And take a moment in a neutral place, whether that's a shavasana or rocking out. All right, we'll do figure 4 with option to do some foot massage work. So if you have a wall, a bed, a chair, a couch, something that you can put your standing foot on, I recommend turning towards that. And if you don't, you can skip trying to reach for your foot and just enjoy figure 4 stretches, rock and twist as you please. Here again, a pillow underneath the head, a flat pillow or Fold a blanket, it's a great idea. Figure 4, to cross the right ankle over the left knee, you might need to straighten the left leg out. And the closer you are to your surface, the wall or chair, whatever, the more stretch you're getting in right hip. So if you need to back away so you can relax your low back into the mat, go ahead, do that. And again, some of you aren't going to try to strain to reach for your foot. Then you stay here and you can totally yin out like a shavasana in this shape, or you can rock and play. Those of you who can reach your foot with ease, maybe take hold of your heel and then start to twist it like you're unscrewing the cap off a jar. And you can work right up into the ankles. There's lots of little pressure points, hot spots there. And then take your thumbs and pretend you're working air bubbles out of your foot from the heel up towards the toes. You can work the 5 lines of the toes, or it can be much less systematic than that. And here again, you might find some hot spots, some yummy crunchies. Stay with them. If it helps you to pretend someone else is doing this for you so you can truly indulge, use your imagination. All right, and then we'll move into toe stretches, just like our finger stretches before. Drawing the big toe back toward your ankle, and then take the second toe, draw it down, like the toes are doing the splits. Take a breath, and exhale, switch your splits. Big toe down, second toe back. Keep hold of the second toe, and squish the third toe down. Take a breath. Exhale, switch the splits. Hold the third toe back, inhale, exhale, fourth toe squishes down. Take a breath. Exhale, switch their splits. Hold the fourth toe. Squish the pinky toe down. Take a breath. Exhale, switch splits. And go ahead, clap your foot. Clap, 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 clap. And then swish the energy off your foot. Sweep it off, swish 3 times. Maybe get right between the toes if you're not wearing socks. All right, other side. If you want to take a happy baby in between sides, take your time. If you need to rearrange your position altogether, do that. And again, you might need to straighten the right leg out in order to hook your flexed left ankle. And if you can reach for the left heel, you'll start to twist and screw the tissues around the circumference of the heel, maybe right up into the ankle. And start to work the air bubbles out of the sole of the foot, from the heel up through the arch, up to your toes. Sometimes it literally feels like bubble wrap, little pop pops. And then when you're ready to move on to the toes, take the big toe, draw it back. Take the second toe, draw it down. Toes doing the splits. Exhale, switch your yoga toes. Keep hold of the second toe. Draw the third toe down. Take a breath. Exhale, switch their splits. Keep hold of third toe. Squish the fourth toe down. Take a breath. Exhale, switch. And hold the fourth toe. Squish the pinky toe down. Take a breath and switch. You can pull on the toes a little bit. And then start to clap your feet. And when they feel nice and tingly, swish the energy off 3 times. Sweep, sweep, and sweep. All right, return to your happy baby or your knees to chest. And take 6 or 8 breaths to slowly find your way up to standing. And take that time, because coming up, you've been upside down essentially for the past couple of minutes. So you might need to stay on all fours, do some cat's cows. You may need to find the wall to help you up in case you come up a little lightheaded. And on your way up, if you have a towel or blanket that you can roll up for calf lengthening, find that. We're going to double duty calf lengthening with arm exercises. So if you don't have anything to roll or you want to skip calf lengthening, you can just focus on upper body. But since our feet are nice and tingly, a yoga blanket, I just take it the way it's rolled on the stack or folded on the stack, and then you roll it up until it looks like a rolled up yoga mat. So you could also roll up your yoga mat, and that works. If you're using a towel, even a beach towel tends to be smaller, not as thick as a yoga blanket. So you might need to fold it in half again. So it's about half the width of this, and that's fine. It just needs to fit one of your feet. And the nice thing about making the roll is you can change its shape as needed. Stand with either foot on. Okay, I'll just cue it. Right foot on the roll. We'll start with right foot on the roll. For calf lengthening, so your heel's still on the earth. If possible, stand in a Tadasana with your feet next to each other, outside edges of feet parallel to each other. And then make sure hips feel like they're the same height. If the right hip's hiking up because your roll feels way high, it's a deep stretch, maybe make it smaller. Or optional, step the left foot back for less stretch. If you want more traction in the right calves, then you step the left foot forward or the right. Keep your hips back a little bit of poking your tail out so you can feel the whole back of the leg start to respond to the calf lengthening. So the hamstrings start to let go. The pelvic floor, the low back has space. Keep the chin down slightly, chest down slightly as you bring the back of the ribs back and the back of the skull back. And then open your right arm to a goalpost. Bring your left hand to your right pecs, the right chest muscles. And we'll go nice and slow. Take a breath. And exhale, bring your right elbow forward. Inhale, open. And breath, your own breath rhythm, opening and closing a few times, just feeling the chest muscles soften and stretch. And you can give them a massage. There are major lymph nodes under the collarbone and into the armpits. You can play, palpate. It is safe and beneficial to actually massage into the armpit, as long as you don't feel any nerve tingling down your arm. And finally, you can continue just like this if this feels effective, or finish in the goalpost shape. Look toward your left shoulder. Soften your chin down into your left collarbones. Send breath into the right side chest and right side upper back. Exhale, feel for softening the shoulder blade down from your neck. Release the right arm. Step off your roll. Maybe do the hokey pokey, turn yourself around. And then set up the second side, left foot on the roll, or opposite of whatever you just did. And foot position might be Tadasana, as you feel for inviting the hips back a little bit more than you normally would, maybe in your yoga practice or in life. So the chest is soft, the chin is down. And then again, if you want more stretch, step the right foot forward. If you want to lighten the load or help yourself balance so you can focus on the chest part of this, step the right foot back. And then open left arm to a goalpost. Bring your right hand to your chest. Take a breath. And exhale, left elbow in. Inhale, open. And take a few breaths to open and close and palpate these muscles and these lymph glands. If your arms tend to fall asleep at night, it's really great for softening those tight tissues that press on the nerves. And finishing in your chest stretch, left arm back. Actually, you can press the elbow forward slightly, the hand back. Look towards right shoulder and then nuzzle the right chin down into the chin down into your collarbone. Run breath into wherever you're feeling the tight, taut tissues in the left shoulder, the chest, the upper back. Exhale, feel for softening the shoulder blade down. Release your arm. Step off your roll. And come into a warrior one leg stance with your right foot forward, left foot back. Classically warrior one, right knee bent, left leg straight, but do what helps you feel balanced in your hips. Once again, let's go post both arms. I'll do a similar motion. Inhale, opening the chest, bending right knee. Exhale, straighten your right leg and bring the elbows in towards each other. Palms turn toward your face, as close as feels right to you. Inhale, open. I like to pretend to squish a yoga block. Exhale, elbows in. 2 more pulses like that on your own. Feel your feet on the earth. Your nice awakened feet can press and create the plump. The more your legs know how to hold your body up, the more the arms, shoulders, neck can stop doing that job. All right, finish in the goalpost and then step the left foot forward into warrior one. This one will look a little bit more like lat pulls, like in a gym when you pull down on the bar. Inhale, pull the elbows into your ribs as you bend the knee. And then exhale, straighten your leg, straighten the arms out or up. Inhale, pull the elbows in, pull the shoulder blades down. Exhale, straight arm, straight leg. 2 more pulls like that. Lots of energy in the pulling in, so you feel your back muscles working, your swimmers. And then there's a let go. And then relax the arms. We'll finish standing series with pyramid variation. If you have a wall, a chair, or couch, I do recommend using that. You can also use 2 yoga blocks. Or if you know how to do pyramid Parshvattanasana with hands on the earth, you're welcome to move into that. So facing your wall or whatever you're putting your hands on, your table, with the right leg forward, left foot back, 2 feet behind, 2.5 feet, toes angled out about 30 degrees. You can bend the right knee, put your hands on the wall or chair, and then start to straighten the right leg, reaching your tailbone back, stretching out your spine. And just like we've done a lot of pulsing in this class, if that rhythmic movement feels beneficial to you, you can absolutely inhale to bend and exhale to stretch back. And even though I can get my hands all the way on the ground, my face down, having my hands up high can be really sweet way to unwind different parts of my hamstrings, hips, and the paraspinal muscles. All right. Once you've done about 5 to 8 breaths on the first side, go ahead, step the left foot forward so you can change sides. And when your sides are complete, find your way down to your seat. Seated forward fold of your choice. So you may choose Sukhasana, sitting with ease, cross-legged seat, and forward fold here. If you want to get more into the hips, then square it off, bringing your feet forward, walking your feet closer to knees, or even stacking your shins. If you want to get more into the hamstrings, then of course you can choose a forward fold variation like earlier. So I'll offer a total of 10 breaths. And after 5 breaths, I'll cue you guys who are doing one-sided shape to change sides. And those of you who are taking a one-sided shape, reach back through tail, pull belly in to come up. You can take a moment to straighten your legs out before you move into second side. If you chose a symmetrical shape, like both legs straight, you can either stay where you are or choose a different symmetrical shape, which can mean just adjusting the legs a little wider or coming into a Baddha Konasana. And settle in wherever you're choosing to go. All of these shapes can also be done on your back. And you may keep the neck relaxed as you reach back through tail and then fold just enough that you can curl down onto your back. Or if it's easier to come down onto your side to roll onto your back. Setting up for final relaxation. If the time you spent with legs above your heart felt beneficial, you don't get a lot of upside down time, of course you can set yourself up again with your legs up on something. And if you're settled and drifting, then let my voice go into the background. If you want to stay with me for a few last conscious breaths, you can either bring your hands or you rest your attention down on the low belly, the hips, maybe around your legs. And take a slow, full breath in so the low belly rises, softening. And as you breathe out, make a deep guttural humming sound. Then shift your hands or your attention up to the heart space and or throat, neck space. And take a slow, full breath up into your heart. Now exhaling with a sigh or a slightly higher pitched hum. relaxing neck, jaw, throat. And finally, rub your hands together. If you're comfortable touching face, once your hands are warm and tingly, cup them over your eyes. And then imagine you can breathe in the warmth, the tingle right into the eyes, the fluid and the muscles behind the eyes, into your own brainstem. If you like, once your hands cool down, you can do that one more time, warm them up, and then rest them. Let everything settle. If there are other body parts that are asking for that vibration of your voice, continue that meditation. But if you feel yourself sinking and drifting, let go. And as always, you may choose to continue to stay in your practice of let go, in your space. Or you might take a huge breath up into the chest, heart space. You can sigh it out or yawn it out. Move your fingers and your toes. Open and close your mouth wide. Move your jaw around. And slowly bend your knees to ease over to your side or come up in a way that maintains your ease. palms pressed together, the thumbs against your sternum. Lift your heart. Bow your head to your heart. Whisper, thank you. And in that spirit, we bow to each other. Namaste.